Hey everybody, welcome to the playoffs, a link to the past Randomizer League Season 2 playoffs. We're in the conference finals between Team Awesome and Fandor Drifters. I'm Fear Agent, and sorry we're having a little bit of technical difficulties, so we got started a little bit late. Runners had no technical difficulties. They're off. We're doing open. We'll see if we can fix that, the layout. It should be the, I believe, Courage players. So we're having a little bit of raw divergence just to start things off. We've got Yoshi heading over to Uncle, and we've got Megawatt heading over to Lumberjack. And did we find a sword? Oh no, no sword. And I missed, as I said that, I missed what was on the ledge. Joining me in tracking today is star 1468, so make sure you show some love to the tracker today. Tracy's having a little bit of technical issues, so we'll see if we can get her to join us a little bit later. If not, it'll just be whole Fear Agent doing comment. A big 20 on Lumberjack, thanks chat. So what do we got going? We got a bottle there in Lost Woods, and Megawatt says bye. We're no bombs, no money. We're gonna take off and do something else. Probably come to Kakariko from the south. Yoshi's got a couple of bucks, so he may just dip in there. Oh, there is a sword. I did see a sword somewhere, and it's growing out of the mushroom spot. So what do we got going? We've got some playoffs. We've got Team Awesome up 1-0 in the best of 5 series. I believe Hitzian defeated Frostbite in an Ambrosia Seed yesterday. And so teams fighting to make the finals of this whole league. 7 weeks of regular season, 4 weeks of the playoffs. And we're going to cap it off with the champion here. After 64 teams, we're down to 4. These are the 2 coming out of the Dark World Conference, as we go into Kakariko to take a look at what we've got here. All right, Kakariko, what are we giving us? We got a fire rod, nice. Megawatt's taking that sword, and he's doing the front of the skin. So we'll see if this divergence pays off for him. He's able to get anything of interest here. There's a shovel. That could be interesting. If we get Dark World access before having to do escape, it might be a while until Yoshi goes back to the front of escape to get these items. But we'll. So Yoshi gonna have to buy some bombs here. I'm not finding any bombs yet. There's our map. Okay, so that means the key is either in the back of escape or in Dark Cross. And with the sword, I imagine we'll see Megawatt make that trip to Dark Cross. Pretty easy to navigate with a sword. Just a heart piece there in Chicken Hut. And Megawatt coming up on the boss of all bosses, the ball and chain. And a heart piece. All right, so Megawatt is setting up a death warp here, so he's going to go through Dark Cross. We've got powder in the well. Ooh, there's our glove. So Yoshi will check the back of escape. Probably after he finishes up Kakariko. So that's nice. A fire rod makes going through the back of escape to Dark Cross a little bit easier, but again, with the sword, it shouldn't be a problem for either of these. No cash for Yoshi, so not gonna be able to check the bottle vendor the first way through. Having a double dip blind set is never feels good. And even with this 30, still not gonna be able to do bottle vendor yet. So cash is a little light so far. We'll see what we have in the Dark Cross. I missed it. Oh, so Yoshi actually gonna farm up 20 more rupees here, so he will be able to purchase. Doesn't want to leave anything behind in Kakariko, so you double dipped blind set and double dip in the well just so he has enough money to pay for that bottle of. All that for a heart container. All right, so is that shovel going to net us anything? Still looking for 2 items for Dark World access. Just 3 bombs. Nice to have as you head into Kakariko, but not what we're looking for. So looks like South Shore is probably a place to go. Of course, we do have Pendant Eastern Palace and Saha's Closet, so there could find some progression there as well. Gonna get some sync as we see half magic on the race game. Yoshi says, nah, I'm good. See, does Megawott want half magic? He doesn't. All right, so Yoshi gonna give us a look at the back of Escape. There is a small key here, so he might just take that and go all the way to Dark Cross. Though, since he hasn't done the front of Escape, he might leave it because of the potential of wasting time to get a map. So there's that key. So yeah, so he is going to go to take a look at what's in Dark Cross there, and I believe it was just $50. So far, we found a glove and a fire rod. Gonna have to find some items pretty soon. Mini Moldarm case seems like a likely spot for Yoshi to head to next. Megawott gonna pick up his glove. Yoshi heading down to South Shore. Gonna get some more checks. Still looking for that Dark World access or somewhere to lead us to our Dark World access. All right, sorry about that. We're gonna get the layout updated. There it is. We are doing open defeat Ganon. It's not the Ambrosia. So no escape to rescue Zelda, though. We did clear out escape and found nothing. We did find the mitts, though. So now we're just a moon pearl away from Dark World access. And who doesn't love mitts Dark World access. All right, so Yoshi not leaving any stone unturned. He actually went and checked Gina's cave right away and didn't get anything, but just making sure that nothing is left out there. Being very thorough in his checks. All right, getting a little bit of sync there as well. Still on the hunt for that Moon Pearl. Megawatt gets his mitts. Be heading over to the Cave of Disappointment in Mini Moldorm Cave. And just 20 bucks. So it looks like we are going to be heading over to the eastern area, Saha's Closet, and then possibly eastern as well, on the hunt for that Moon Pearl. Or maybe access to, say, the Death Mountain lamp would do that. A flute would do that as well. Maybe find flippers, give us access to some water checks. Chet asking who the final four teams are. We've got the Vendrunner Drifters and Team Awesome. You see those two coming out of the Dark World Conference. And we've got Kinda Random Retired and the surprise team of the season, Team Kappa. Nobody thought they'd make it. Here they are in the finals, tied 1-1 with Kinda Random Retired. Favorite team of mine, Team Kappa. All right, there's our Moon Pearl in Saha's Closet. So we've got access to the Dark World now, though only through the North Kakariko spot because of those mitts. No hammer. We do have a fire rod though, so we'll be able to clear out Skull Woods when we get there. The real question I think for the seed is there anything in Pendant Eastern? Because nobody ever wants to go into Pendant Eastern if you don't have to, especially without a bow and a way to clear it. But it is Sphere 1, so you could find some stuff hidden in Pendant Eastern. So Megawatt going to pick up his Moon Pearl and probably heading over this direction as well. Chad asking about seeding, who decides who's the top seed and the bottom seed. It's all, there's tiebreakers all on the website. You can find it all in the rules information, but it's based off of record and who's done better in the playoffs. Team Awesome has one loss the entire season, and that came in the playoffs, so they are the higher seed. Kinda Random Retired and Team Kappa had the exact same record going into the conference finals of the Light World and had to have a coin toss for a tiebreaker, and Kinda Random Retired won that epic coin toss. All right, so what do we got? Ooh, we've got our flute in Skull Woods. That's nice. That gives us logical access up to the Dark World now.
All right, can you hear me?
We sure can. And
Oh my
joining me,
god.
Tracy and
Unfortunately, in
oh,
trying to fix everything, I'm not entirely sure what's going on, but I see Yoshi's already in Skull Woods, so nice Dark World map check.
yeah, let me catch you up to speed. There was nothing in the light world. We got mitts. And we got the moon pearl. We did get that fire rod in Kakariko as well, so that's why our runners are here in Skull Woods. Is that early fire rod, and they've got a decent amount of hearts to take care of Moth. Both of them chose to skip half magic on the race game, though.
Really?
It's
yeah,
such a,
fighters.
I
I get the decision, but fighters sword Skull Woods. Yeah, I'd like to have that extra half magic to use the fire rod a little bit more, but yeah. These guys are pretty good, so I think they'll be able to handle it.
I feel like I'd wanted just because it's so early, but again, they chose not to. We'll see if it plays a factor at all. We did find that flute here in Skull Woods as well, so we're just looking for one more item. Hopefully it's on Moth and you can just skip the rest of Skull Woods.
It's always the hope here.
Yeah. All right, so no hammer even to help out with this as well. So you got to do all fighter sword and use those fire rod shots. So here you go. Start spinning. Yoshi's doing a pretty good job so far. The idea really is to keep him off of the spikes as much as you can. Pulling out that red potion just wants to make sure he doesn't.
There we go. He got him. And of course, it's the big key. So not only is it not the item, but we have to go all the way back potentially to the big chest to open that up.
All right, so Megawott not too far behind. We'll be picking up his first crystal, which happens to be a 5/6 crystal. The other 5/6 being on Ice Palace. So they checked everything in the light world except for Eastern Palace. They didn't break logic and go up to Death Mountain yet. But now again they have that flute, so it is in logic.
I don't blame him for not going into Eastern, Pendant Eastern. I mean, sometimes it has something good, but sometimes it's just a big waste of time.
Yeah. And
not checking the mountain yet. I mean, you can only get 2 items and scout a third one with the items that they have. So there's not a whole lot you can do there, especially with it being having been out of logic at the time.
Yeah. I mean, even with the flute, there's probably not anything up there right now. Though we do have the flute and we do have the mitts, which makes me think there's something over in the Mire area, something like the.
Yeah.
I'm always suspicious.
And the thing with the Mire dip at this point is you can always at least find out what the medallion requirement is, so it's never going to be a complete waste of time there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, nice fight from Megawatt there on Mothula, and picks up his first crystal of 7.
So going to check the item under the bridge, which I assume was nothing, since Yoshi's heading back over to the big chest.
Yeah, he's checking the big chest right away. I think it was just a small key.
And in terms of the big chest has a compass. Oh, he hasn't checked any of the front. Okay.
Yeah, they both went straight for the back.
Yeah, I always like that call.
Yeah.
I mean, the only way it's not the better call is if it turns out there's like a sword here or something, which I mean, it could be. But, you know, if you're confident in your fighter sword, Mothula, then why not just see if you can get the item there and save yourself a little bit of time that way.
Yeah.
Okay, there is an item.
All right. Pretty important one as well. Wow. That's quite the Skull Woods. Only has 2 items and has both the flute and the hammer. I was going to ask you, do you do all of Thieves Town without that hammer? But that question is no longer valid.
We do? I probably do some of the overworld checks first, whereas I might just go straight to Thieves Town without the hammer. Or with the hammer, but now it's irrelevant.
Yeah, now you
just... Oh, but Yoshi's gonna check this bumper ledge first. Okay.
Yeah, Yoshi's been very thorough. Oh, that bombos?
It's a medallion. It was something yellow and circular. I think it was bombos, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was definitely a medallion for sure. Yeah, the route seems pretty clear from here. You do Thieves Town, you do Village of Outcasts, just head all the way over to Hype Cave from. So there's not going to be a lot of divergence, but I was saying that Yoshi has been very thorough this seed. He did Agina's Cave after the dam. He left no stone unturned. He double dipped Blind's Hut and the well to make sure he had bombs and money for a bottle vendor. He's not taking any chances by skipping anything in this.
Looks like he's going to do all of the Village of Outcasts before even entering Thieves Town, which is a little less efficient, but if you find something good that helps you in Thieves Town, it's not such a bad thing. Oh, maybe not. Maybe he's not going to check the bomb wall hut first. We'll just go ahead and go in now.
Yeah, I think the only thing that you could get that would make this, I guess, better would be boots, but I mean, how unlikely is that? Might as well just...
Yeah. I mean, better sword would be nice, but it doesn't help you on blind.
Yeah.
It makes the dungeon itself a little bit better, but it's not that bad. They've got powder for a little extra safety if they need a refill at some point, so that's also a good thing.
I feel like, I mean, of all of the dungeons to do master, this one, especially in the Dark World, Fighter Sword doesn't seem that bad.
It's the hammer that stops people from coming here, not the sword they have.
Yeah, for sure.
So far, a whole lot of crap here.
Yeah. I'm hoping for like an explosion of items. Otherwise, our runners are literally just going to be walking over each other.
Yeah, so far, that's already what they're doing. So, yeah. Take probably the same path down End Hype Cave. Maybe one of them goes up to the mountain after that. Probably. I mean, after that point, what else you got to do? I mean, they could go to Eastern. If you've already skipped Penn and Eastern, I can't see doing it now. I see that as a last location.
I mean, we can clear out Ice Palace, but that's not fun without Samaria.
Ooh. Yeah, I love how Icebreaker has changed Ice Palace, because it used to be it was just a little side note that Ice Palace could happen to be Samaria locked, and now it's like if you don't have Samaria, you don't want to go there.
Exactly,
it's so much nicer with the Icebreaker.
I mean, we don't have the flippers, but that's never stopped anybody from anything.
Well, all it means is you're not going to find flippers for a Swamp Palace there. Other than that, anything could be there.
I figure we're going to find something here that will lead us somewhere, like a mirror or a hookshot or something. I'm guessing there's got to be something somewhere.
Or hookshot would be nice because it would open up the rest of Death Mountain.
Yeah. Man, I feel like I've seen a lot of seeds lately have that hammer be pretty late, so you get those mitts. You have to do a lot of searching, but I thought we were going to get that here, and then there it is, just in Skull Woods. I'm a little surprised.
Those nice go modes where you can end up skipping a lot of stuff, but here, no, we have it. We have we have stuff that opens stuff, but not no boots, no flippers, no mirror.
No hookshot,
No hookshot, no bow.
So Skullwoods was stacked. Thieves Town has been just nothing so far. Yoshi is going to pick up a couple of hearts just to make sure, it's uncommon to die to blind, but it has. Man, I hate getting sniped by those guys. You're just walking by, minding your business, and there you go. Down 2 hearts.
the last item is going to be on blind. I think I know we see at least 3. Compass in the big chest, so we'll see. Turns out they would have been fine going here without the hammer.
Yeah. Give us something blind. So blind is a scripted fight. Both these runners, I'm sure, know this script. We'll see how on script they stay, or if they're going to do a little bit of improvisation. So far, so good for Yoshi. Oh man, and that's it. That third, yeah, that third one can always be a little bit tricky.
Bombs, ooh. Okay, dig game anyone? Stumpy, hype cave.
Yeah. Are we actually gonna get an actual hype cave today?
Could happen.
I just want to see something that gives us some sort of decision to make. Right now, it's literally just you do Kakariko, you do Saha's Closet, you get Dark World, you do Skullwoods, you do Thief's Town, you do Hype Cave. Let's see something. There's our Quake medallion.
So Quake on the bumper ledge. Quake doesn't get us anything right now, unless it's their way into Misery Mire, which would be an interesting. If it were. You're going to see hammer pigs right now, the slow version.
So since he's doing this, I imagine, and because we've got that flute as well, so we're going to have to come back to Kakariko, I imagine he'll do dig game and then pick up the smith. That's probably his next course of it.
Yeah, do the dig game because you can't do the dig game with a follower. Then pick up the smith, do the rest of the South Dark World stuff, and then save and quit and activate your flute and turn the smith in.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And with as thorough as Yoshi's been, I can't imagine him skipping that. Where Megawatt, I feel like, might skip out in some of that smith chain. We saw that the hammer pigs was just 20 rupees. That always stinks when you can't even do it with the item dashing.
Dig game.
So Mega is going to do the hammerhead pigs and see his $20 there. Dig game is not too bad. What's that? 10 digs or so, just for a heart piece. Come on, so give us something.
Yeah, I might have, with as little time as it took, I might have done a few extra digs just to make sure I had enough money to go into pod when the time comes. Oh yeah, because he's got 90 rupees and
yeah, he left some money there.
Yeah. And there's the smith. The froggy's going to take a tour.
So the only difference between the two runners so far is Yoshi did a Gina's cave and Megawatt did the front of escape, which got him the shovel, which got him a couple of bombs. So that's really the only difference between the two right now. Nothing on Stumpy. All right, Hype Cave. Let's get some hype around here. Our pendants are interesting. Eastern is a pendant you never want to go in. Turtle Rock, when you get access to Turtle Rock, Pendant Turtle Rock, it always kind of feels like, oh, there's going to be something there. We'll probably see the Ice Rod early. And then with the hook shot, Hera is basically free.
Hugnet, ugh. Bombs. Rupees. More bombs. And more rupees.
What is this seed?
Yeah.
What is it?
Okay, so we still don't have any significant mountain access. I mean, you might do that anyway, especially with the flute. You could dip pod. I probably would go get a bottle of something. You go get a bottle of green to do the glitch there.
I think you go to Meyer first would probably be the first.
Yeah, I think so. See if you can even do Meyer, but if nothing else, you can at least do the Meyer shed and find out what you do need for Meyer. Like, there's no really good choices because even Meyer, you're talking 2 items in the Meyer shed, and if you can even access the dungeon, at most 2 items, I'm probably
Yeah.
not the cane, so you probably can't finish it.
Right. Yeah. I bet
Megawatt
something
doing
like
the exact same thing.
Yeah, I bet something like Hookshot is just sitting in like Eastern Palace. And both of them missed the bomb throws. That's pretty fun. All right, our duck is released, so we can start fluting away. So Yoshi's going to turn in Jeremiah there and see what he is building up for us. I'm a little surprised that it didn't make the trek to do like Pyramid and possibly Catfish. I guess without the boots, it's a little bit more of a trek, but Megawatt looks like Megawatt is making that call.
Frog gets an even bigger world tour. And the Smiths are making money. It's not even really 50 rupees, because what is it, like $10, 10 rupees to,
yeah, exactly.
to actually do it in the first place. People forget that it actually costs money to temper your sword, even if it's not a whole lot.
Yeah, yeah. I distinctly remember the first time that ever happened to me in Randomizer. It's like, why can I not turn this guy, or why can I get my item?
Here we go.
Oh man, there's our mirror.
That's an item.
Okay. That's a really big item because you can now clear out Death Mountain.
Yep.
You have access to Mire. You have access to Desert. We don't have access to Swamp yet because we don't have the flippers, but the game just opened up from there. So we'll see where Yoshi wants to go from here. He's going to Mire. I like this call. You get.
Oh, there's your ice rod.
Did I mention that?
You did. Which locks exactly one item. Well, two, I guess, if you count Ped.
Oh, yeah, that's true. All right, so let's take a look at what does Mire require.
Sure.
Ether. I'm pretty sure it was Bombos on the tablet or on the bumper
so.
ledge. So there's probably going to find Ether right here because that's how the game works. Nope.
Or maybe in checkerboard.
Yeah, it's true. Catfish, what do you got for us? Just bombs.
Ugh.
So that world tour, it was just a time sink for Megawatt.
No payoff from it.
So he'll turn in his Smiths, and I'd be surprised if he didn't get his mirror there as well.
Okay, there must not have been anything good in Checkerboard Cave, because he went in and out so fast that I missed it.
Yeah, it was just a heart piece. So he's going to take a dip into Desert, and we'll find out if we need the boots for Desert today. And he is going to grab that ice rod as well.
You don't need it, but it'd be silly to leave it behind at this point.
Yeah. All right, Desert, are you going to be locked by the boots? You are not. All right, so we can complete Desert. So now we're kind of thinking about what do we need for go mode. We need the flippers. We need the hook shot for Swamp Palace. We need a bow for Pod, and we need Ether for Maya.
And a cane.
Oh yeah, and Samaria. I always forget about that. We should just start in our inventory. All right, so here's the mirror for Megawatt. All right, We got $50 there in desert.
Not a good start.
Maybe more than $50. It looks like maybe it's $300.
Still not a good start.
Yeah. All right, so Megawatt's really just following Yoshi. We're gonna have to find some sort of divergence for Megawatt to have an opportunity to make up some time here. Maybe we get into GT, but right now they're just following each other's footsteps.
Yeah, this seems pretty linear so far. Maybe Megawatt gets up to the mountain first, or maybe there's nothing on the mountain and he just chooses to do something else first. I can't imagine. I say this now, but we just saw Kakariko Village that didn't have very much. The idea of a mountain having very little, considering how many item checks there are there when you consider both light and dark world.
Yeah, I mean the items have to be somewhere. They have to be in the game somewhere for us to
Yes, they do.
Eventually. Alright, so with the fire rod out, Yoshi able to take down Land Mullis in one cycle. That's great, excellent fight there. And he gets $20. So Desert has nothing.
What do you think, Death Mountain?
Yeah, I mean that has so many items that we can get. Yeah, Paradox Cave and
can't do any of Hookshot
items
Cave.
in Paradox.
We can do everything else. Thinking.
Yeah, Paradox, Super Bunny, Spiral. You can rescue the old man. Both Spectacle Rock checks. We can go into Hera. So yeah, there's a lot up here. Just gotta find something.
Pendant Hera could be something.
Yeah. Shoot, Pendant Eastern could still be something.
Yeah. That never feels good when you leave that Pendant Eastern for late and it turns out something is there, and then you have to think, oh, my opponent must have done this a lot earlier.
Yeah. The old bow in Eastern is always fun. Old man just gives
Please surprise, yeah. Really surprised that the old man didn't have much, since that's still not actually in logic without a lamp. But I don't think we may not even find the lamp this seed. These guys don't need it.
Megawatt having a little bit more trouble with his fire rod shots. Let's see if we can get him down here. Out of magic, so gonna have to do some swipes. Probably pull out the hammer, yeah. Nothing inside Spectral Rock.
In and on Spectral Rock, just a bunch of money. You'll pick up the 50 because it's free to get.
It's super free, yeah.
But you're not going to go for the 100. That's not free.
That's the opposite of free. All right, chat. What's the next progressive item we're gonna find? I think it's gonna be Hookshot. Actually, I take that back. I think it's gonna be Flippers.
Yeah, say Hookshot doesn't really get us much new at this point, other than Hookshot Cave itself. And we see a container heart, and Yoshi says, "Nope, I got plenty of those."
So he's actually gonna make the climb here if he's gonna get this key. It's either gonna be a big key or a small key. There.
Can't hear a pot without a hookshot.
Yeah, this is interesting. I don't know if I would do this. This can be a time investment for nothing. I feel like I'd be inclined to do like Paradox Cave first, and then if that's nothing, maybe come back here.
If you count the green pendant.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Which makes it worse, because now if you get a second item, you're like, okay, do I continue on for that pendant? Nice bomb jump. Finds the small key, which is also a bad one.
Yeah.
You don't want to see that small key.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want to see coming in here. All right, so Megawatt gonna do Checkerboard Cave and probably do a Guinness Cave as well.
It's a good place to pair that in if you haven't already done it.
Yeah. I guess the real question is, since you've invested so much time into Hera, if the second item is in the basement, do you go grab it?
Ooh, that's a really good question, and it doesn't help to fall.
No. Moldorm not playing nice with Yoshi so far. not even letting him down right away. I just one more.
I want to hit him with that sword again. Yeah, and now hit him with the hammer. There we go.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Because if he had done the hammer and then the sword, or hammer and a hammer, he had that extra sword poke. It was going to go into the rage phase.
There it is. The last item,
wasn't it?
Yeah, the last item is in the basement. I mean, you've already invested this much time into Hera and got nothing out of it. Do you go to the basement? I feel like you have to at this point.
He's been thorough.
Yeah.
I feel like he's going to go back in. Yeah, there he goes.
Well, if there's nothing here and Megawatt skips this, there's some time made up for sure.
Absolutely.
Big question. Do we have anything in the basement of Hera? All right, what do you think? What do you think, Tracy? Is there anything here? Do we have progression down here? I don't think so either.
I'd be itching to get over to Paradox Cave right now.
Yeah, same. This could be big, though. I can't imagine Megawatt does the same thing.
Maybe he does what you were talking about, does the east side first, and then if there's nothing there, comes back to Hera.
Yeah. All right, here it is. Moment of truth. Walk past these mini Moldorms. Light a couple of torches. Open up your trash. No, it is not trash.
That is absolutely not trash. That is a bow, and we don't know where the other one is. So
that is
the other one's somewhere in, say, Ganon's tower.
Yeah,
that's required.
That's what's crazy is like, oh wow, Megawatt almost got talked to the little ball there. Where's the other bow? That's the big question coming out of this. Because if Yoshi just sees a bow out of Paradox, then that wasn't worth it.
No, definitely not. We did see a heart container on the floating island, so we're not going there. And the dead rocks not playing nice.
No way.
They're dead rocks. They don't play nice.
All right, so Megawatt leaving. Yeah, this isn't a surprise. We do need ether for that. So that Bombos medallion on Bumper Ledge, which we believe was Bombos, not going to be needed today.
Good news, because that means you're probably not going to get baited into Turtle Rock to find stuff. At least not for Meyer. Well, we're certainly not hurting on money.
Yeah. Yeah, what left with 90 rupees out of Bumper, and now we're up to 900.
Yep.
Not too much longer. The dig game, I mean. All right, nothing in Super Bunny Cave. Nothing in Spiral Cave. Big check here is Paradox. Now, and we do know that bow is there in here basement, so that makes Yoshi's play after this a little bit more obvious than for Megawatt. There's our ether medallion. Wow. So, for these runners, we don't have this canvas tomorrow. So even though we found that medallion, Turtle Rock is not even an option at this point. And there's that hook shot.
And another sword. There we go.
Nice. Yeah. So all we're looking for go mode now is those flippers and King of Samaria.
Yeah, and you really hope that. Well, I think you want to find the flippers first in general. And
Yeah.
that keeps you out of Turtle Rock.
Yeah.
The sad part. I mean, if you get the cane, you could. If you get the cane first, I could definitely see a let's do Ice Palace and just go mode it with the Cane of Samaria, because you know that you're looking for flippers and they're not going to be there.
The real question is Megawatt going to make the call to finish doing Hera? It is a green pendant, so there is that.
What is that hook shot actually? I mean, get some into Hookshot Cave. We're gonna see what's up. Oh, what's there over on Yoshi's side? I suspect. Actually, on both sides. What dungeons can they do?
You can do
Pod. Can't finish Meyer. You can do Pod. Well, Megawatt can't do Pod. I mean, he can dip Pod. He can't finish it. I could definitely see dipping Pod before dipping Meyer. Yeah. Before dipping Hera.
Yeah, for sure. Nothing going to be here as well. Take Tempered Sword.
Going from fighter to tempered, that's at least something, you know?
Yeah, something.
No, Master Sword Silverless.
Yeah, that's true.
Progression, though.
Alright, so Yoshi fluting away. I'm guessing he's going to go to 5 here. That just seems to make the most sense. And the question would be, will Megawatt mirror and go into Hera? Now he's got that hook shot and it is the green pendant. Or is he going to try to do a dungeon that he cannot complete? In logic, at least, for him.
Time we've seen a locked bow and pod, but you can't count on that happening.
No.
But if he does decide to do it, I do expect to see a stop. Well, he's got a red potion. You might just use the red potion.
All right, so he is pulling out the mirror. It does look like he's going back to Hera. So this is good. He'll be able to clear out Hera quickly because he can, in Hera pot, get to the top. The real question will be, does he want to go back in for that bow or not? I mean, he doesn't know that it's a bow, but...
Okay, he's going to get the big key, yeah. I'm not a big fan of the Hera pot play when you're skipping the big chest. I am a fan of it. Right, in this situation, he's going to get the big key. Interesting, he's not even checking the other basement item yet.
I think he did check it. I think he came in here earlier.
Oh, okay.
As he walked by, yeah.
To just check the one item.
Yeah, because he knew the other one had to either be a small key or a big key.
Yep. But unfortunately for Megawatt, this is not going to catch him up.
Right. It'll be good because he can get his bow if he does do the basement. But he literally is just falling behind Yoshi, so...
Pod is not bow locked initially.
Where is that other bow? It's probably GT. I feel like that's where you find it more often than... But it could be here.
Turn for all we know.
Yeah, that's true.
Still not bow locked with that small key there. I tend to like to find pod bow locked when no, Megawatt.
No.
Yeah, I tend to like to find pod bow locked when I do have a bow.
Yeah.
Just feel like there's more likely something that's going to show up.
Now, I don't know how that's going to play into Megawatt's process here, but falling, I can guarantee, doesn't help his chances of doing the basement. He still might be thorough enough to say, like, I'm not going to skip anything. I'm not going to make any... Oh, there's our flippers. Bow-locked flipper. All right, so Samaria go mode? Anyone?
Yeah, that's Mode.
Yeah.
We're not going to touch Turtle Rock. Not going to get baited there.
All right, there's the green pendant for Megawatt in hand. Is he going to make the decision to go back in? He is. I'd hate to see a race decided by a skip like that, so I'm glad to see he's going in there. Now, again, he is behind, but there's possibilities for routing and execution still here. So, okay, you're in Yoshi's shoes. You're looking for Samario Go mode. You don't have the boots. Do you do Swamp or do you do Ice Palace?
I think I would say Swamp even back before we had Icebreaker. The Diver Down strat is a nice one.
Yeah.
But it's just a time save. It's not. It's a small time save. It doesn't change your go mode. I probably at least do the parts of Swamp. I might skip left side. Ice Palace can be Samaria locked, so I feel like it's a little less likely that it's actually going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do happen to find Samaria, then your trip to the Ice Palace is just that much quicker.
Yeah, I think your cat's disagreeing with you and probably would go to Ice, but we'll see.
Yeah, that is my cat.
Cats are always welcome.
That's the cat.
Or we could just find Samaria here, right? That could be the other option. Yeah. All right, so we got flips. The seed has been really strange. Oh, this is actually something that Yoshi didn't do.
Cave.
Spike cave, yeah.
Unfortunately, not paying off.
Yeah. Ugh.
If that had been Kane, that would have been really big, but unfortunately, just a bit of money.
Yeah, Megawatt's thoroughness has actually cost him a bit, doing Pyramid when he did, doing Catfish when he did, and now doing Spike Cave. So all logical, great checks to make. They just haven't panned out, and Yoshi's been able to skip a couple of those checks, and is about a dungeon ahead of him. The real question, for the seed, and it's a big one, is where's Samaria? Is it just in their path, the way that everything sort has been laid out so far? It's like you go here, you get X, X takes you to this location, and then you go, from there. Ice and Swamp, you have a little bit of chance for divergence, and then the question is Samaria not even there, and who finds it first? So plenty of opportunity still for either of these runners to make their stamp on this seat.
Green pendant, just that container heart. The better question is, I don't think I do this, but you're right there. You dip Eastern at all at this point?
Yeah, that's a great question.
You're right there. You're never going to be closer, but it's still a pendant. The odds of it being there are no better than anywhere else.
Yeah, there's lots of different options now. I feel like now that we have just the one item for Go mode, it could be lots of different places, just not Turtle Rock.
It could even be in Mire itself, which would be one of the greatest trolls.
Yeah. It's weird how the vanilla items, like an item being in the vanilla dungeon, is just the worst. Hook and Swamp, Bow and Eastern, Samaria and Mire, those are all just terrible.
Not into Eastern. Not really a surprise.
Yeah, there's a lot to do. Swamp and Ice. It's a lot of checks for one. I think he's going ice because he's picking up that bottle. Or not. I lied.
Yeah, he's picking up just picking it up now, so he doesn't have to worry about it after swamp. You don't usually see an issue running out of magic or health you don't really need magic in Swamp Palace.
Yeah.
Whereas ice, that magic, having that extra magic can really make a difference. They don't have bombos, so they have to use the fire rod. They need to use a full bar of that to use the fire rod there.
There's the flippers for Megawatt. Samaria, where are you, Samaria?
I didn't see this earlier. Did they touch the Zora area at all?
No, nobody's done any water checks.
Okay. So that's another location.
All right, here we go into Swamp Palace. The nice thing about the diver down glitches are you don't need Samaria to do them. You just do them with the bomb, so you can still save time.
Yeah, they're a little more precise with the bombs.
Yeah.
So may or may not see them actually use it.
Megawatt taught me how to do the bomb ones, so
we'll see him
pretty
do it
sure
then.
he can do it. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so there's a map. So that means there is at least one item on the left side. We'll see if he wants to do that first. But again, you're one item from go mode. It's more likely just to head straight to the back. I don't know. These runners
it's a decision now.
Yeah.
With the diver down strat that you can use to with the bomb. It's a hard decision now because that's a lot quicker to do it that way than to have to come back into the dungeon.
Yeah. All right. Flooded the first room. Picking up our key. I think this was this the vanilla compass or vanilla map chest? I can never remember. Well, it's a big key.
It's a big key, really.
That's all that matters, which is nice. I feel like if you're going to get the big key early, it's a good place to get it. All right, so go into the back.
Yeah, I always hate it when the big key shows up on the boss after you've done the left side, or on the left side after you've beaten the dungeon.
Yeah. Yeah, basically you only want the big key if it's the first two chests, or you don't want it at all.
Yeah. Let that big key just be in the big chest.
Yeah. So no diver down from Yoshi, but I think it only saves like 4 seconds or something like that if you get it the first time. Not a big deal. There's our other bow. So the second bow was bow locked.
Yeah, technically speaking, if Megawatt had gone ahead and skipped that bow, he would have gotten that one because he probably would have just potion glitched anyway.
Yeah,
but he would have had the double dip pod.
Yeah, not the worst spot for the bow, or the second bow to be, but it would have required a double dip for sure, and that'd be no good. All right, so far we know that we haven't seen the compass. So as long as you don't see the compass, I feel like you skip the left side after this.
Things that sometimes I feel like I almost rather just see the compass so that now I know there's 2 items on the left side to go get it.
Yeah.
It's
so much easier to skip 1 item than 2.
Exactly. And then you hope you're not skipping the item.
Yeah. I mean, these runners haven't really skipped much, so I'd be surprised to see him. Let's give it a nice clean kill on Argus there from Yoshi. He is recorded with the blue mail. So there's one item on the left side of Swamp Palace. Is it the Cane of Samaria? Does Yoshi believe it's the Cane of Samaria? Will he head back in for it?
Leave me behind. Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe he goes back in after Ice Palace if that's where he's that's where he's going next.
I think if you skip it until it's the last thing you do. I mean, we still have all the water checks. We haven't even, I don't think we've seen what's on the island. We haven't seen, Hobo or any of that stuff. We still have all of Ice Palace. We still have Mire and Eastern. There's still a lot of places it can be. Purple chest, some of the mirror checks. Oh, there's the
And now we have Ether and Vamos tablets.
Wow.
Okay, he's gonna go straight into Ice Palace. This is one of those things where, before Icebreaker, then I think it's a no-brainer to just do Ice Palace. Now that we have Icebreaker, then I would definitely consider doing the water checks first.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. And the problem with Ice Palace and Cane of Samaria is not knowing if it's Cane of Samaria locked until you clear it. Like if Cold Stare has
you can count your key. Yeah, if you count your keys properly. But I don't know about you. I have a terrible time counting my items in Ice Palace because of those 2 keys.
100%. Well, there's item number 1.
But yeah, chat making a good point. If we do get a Samaria locked Ice Palace here, then we can skip Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah. You don't see it often anymore, but we are going to see some bomb jumping through Ice Palace.
Bomb jump. In some ways, it was the iconic trick. It's like the one, when someone asks you what's the first thing you need to learn as far as tricks, this is it.
Yeah, for sure.
And I would still say that because you always have that available to you. You don't always have Icebreaker available.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy trick and a pretty valuable one.
Yeah, even though I would say it's not the easiest bomb jump, once you learn this one, all the other ones, well, maybe not all the other ones, but most of the other ones are pretty easy after this one if you can do this one.
What's an easier bomb jump than Ice Palace?
Anything where you don't have to move after you set the bomb.
Oh, that's true. I'm trying to think what other bomb jumps do we have. I guess.
Like the one, you have the one going up Paradox Cave. That's a pretty common one. That's probably the most common one that I do.
All right, so no key. We're going to have to go a long way around. Man, this feels ancient, this routing. I mean, it's perfectly fine routing for Ice Palace, but it's just strange to see.
See some calls for some of the harder ones. Hammer Yump's definitely harder. The GT right side definitely harder.
The GT right side is one that I don't wish. I mean, you don't see it often unless you're playing something like Entrance, but. All right, there's our compass. I'm surprised he didn't check the spike cave or spike chest first, just because you are one item away from go mode.
Okay, here's the diver down on Megawatt's side. Did not see what that was. Oh, it must have been no.
It was the big key.
It was the big key. Okay. Okay, there it is. Megawatt gets his silvers with the diver down. It's one of those small keys.
All right, so we just need to find one more small key, I think, and that would make it so it's not Samaria locked. I think.
One, there's 2 total, so. best chance here is if it's not. I think it's if it's not on path. Because
Yeah.
once, I think we'll see some divergence once we run out of the obvious checks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, who's going to Galaxy Brain Samaria and Maya first, basically, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a bomb jump just easier than the normal ice. I guess they're all in Ice Palace, right?
Yeah. All right, so there's that second key.
Okay, so we will have to check Pyramid Fairy. And a gold sword. There we go. Well, we're definitely well equipped.
Yeah. The last item, I believe, is on Cold Stare.
Yeah, I see a map and a compass, and we saw both keys. Okay, let's see where Megawatt chooses.
Is he going back in? Oh, I think he's going to do the same thing that Yoshi did. Check that island, because this is like the cleanest time to check it, where you can actually just get the item. Just enough magic there for Yoshi, and with that butter sword, Cold Stare tries to run away, but goes. It's red.
Puffs, one got away. It's not the right
it's red, but it's not the right red. I mean, the good thing is we know that a Pyramid Fairy could, in fact, have that Key of Samaria.
I think it could be there.
Yeah. Megawatt checking out Hobo first. He might do what you thought and do those water checks before going to Ice Palace. That might save him some time. Is it Hobo?
Nope.
It's red. Not the right red.
Okay, we're going to see some water checks over here on Yoshi's side. Nope. And nope.
I actually think doing all these water checks first is probably smart, because you've got the flute to get over to Ice Palace really quickly anyways. And it'll save you a bunch of time be able to go mode Ice Palace. If you can find Samaria first.
Here. Today, right. A piece of heart. Oh, it's not here.
Not there. So I imagine Megawatt will probably go do Ice Palace now after that.
Makes the most sense. You know, there's something to be said for clearing the crystal dungeons that you can clear.
This seems like a Pyramid Fairy check. Maybe do some mirror checks first. Maybe check the Bombos tablet K45 first. I'm not sure. Yoshi still hasn't done the pyramid, so there's that.
He missed 3 checks. He might even take it all the way into Catfish. He hasn't done that yet either. That'll gain some time back for Megawatt.
Oh, chat makes a good call. He hasn't done the front of escape, so Megawatt could make up some time as well if Yoshi chooses to do the front of escape after turning.
Could be the time to do it too.
Yeah.
Mirror right there.
Where do you think the Samaria is?
You know, I think it's either going to be Eastern or it's going to be a French vanilla wire. I think it's all we have left. So I'm kind of stating the obvious. We do have the books checks, and we do have some, graveyard ledges still out there. Like you said, Bombos tablet, Ether tablet still out there.
I agree. I think it's Eastern.
Like I might even, as much as I want to stick with that skip of Eastern, I might even check that before I check Meyer. I would check one of those two first. But the Eastern is just so quick to get through.
Yeah.
Whereas Meyer, when you're having to route in all the checks in Meyer, it's slow. And on the other hand, you have to find the big key anyway.
Yoshi not doing the front of escape. He is going to check out the hobo.
Hobo.
We haven't seen purple chest. That's the only part of Smith Chain we haven't seen. Basically, all of the locations left are terrible spots for Samaria to be.
Like, there's no good choice at this point.
Yeah.
Just which crappy choice are you going to pick out of all the crappy choices? Megawott can do his bomb jump.
The flippers didn't get us anything but the crystals. There was no progression with the flippers except for that book. So maybe try to chase that a little bit. I don't know.
I could see at least checking Bombo's tablet.
Yeah.
Ether tablet, you've already cleared the rest of them out, and that's a tough sell. Although in Yoshi's case, he didn't ever do Spike Cave, so you could pair those two in.
Yeah, we did everything else on the mountain, right? Because we got the hook shot while we were up there.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're in a part where they're each doing what the other one's already done.
Yeah.
Yoshi, anticipating that was going to be a crap item, starts walking away before it even comes out.
Catfish is always trash.
Except
all right, so
it's not.
Yeah, exactly. So Yoshi's walking out. I'm guessing he's going to go do Graveyard Ledge from here.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I mean, there's no other reason to walk back this way.
Yeah, I believe he already checked Bumper Ledge, not that they can get Bumper Ledge.
Yeah. Yeah, he was the one that actually checked it.
And confirm that was Bombo, since we do have Ether and Quake now.
Yeah. All right. Is it going to be Graveyard Ledge? What feels bad about all of this is the fact that we don't have boots for any of it. You just got to walk through it all.
Boots might be in GT as well, for all we know.
Yeah, it's very likely. All right, this looks like the Meyer play. This is so tough because one item could be on Vidi for all you.
Won't be the cane, of course. Now, this is where you hope for a really bad big key location, because, you have to find that anyway. But you know what's going to happen. It's going to be one of those first two chests.
Oh, yeah. You always get the God Meyer without Samaria. So Mega's going to finish up Ice Palace here, and we'll see. I imagine he does Pyramid Fairy as well.
Reasonable.
Then the big question is, where does he head from here? I mean, if he does, if King of Samaria is in Meyer, Yoshi's got a tremendous lead. If Mega if it's not here and Mega just follows him, then Yoshi's lead will just stay. There it is. There it is. The big key right away. Nice cold
doing
stare.
A perfect cold stare. Doesn't let any of the puffs get away. Always nice when you always nice to do that with the gold sword.
Yeah.
Done a few of these checks that Yoshi has done just recently, so we'll see what he does next.
Yeah.
The pyramid fairy is not quite as because he already did the pyramid check.
Yeah, that's true. All right, he's got the flute out. Where is he heading?
But that's where he's going. This is pyramid fairy. Unless he's gonna do bombos first. I can see doing bombos from here as well.
Finding all the keys, no items yet. There's the compass. I'm actually going to be disappointed if Samaria is here. I don't know the best way to route this in, but I feel like I do this last always. Like,
see. Very, very slow.
Yeah.
And it's just a map.
Ugh. Yeah, the worst feeling.
Although it's probably a little bit better doing it early here, since
right.
If you don't find that second item, and then it's like, do I go do cutscene, or I just count that it's on Vidi, but I can't actually do Vidi because I don't have the thing to do it.
No, it's definitely the right time to do it if you're gonna, if you're gonna full clear it.
Yeah.
Now we don't have to walk back again, but. Item number 1.
Ouch. A big chest. Do you have it for? Is it going to be 100% vanilla, or are we going to keep searching?
Megawott going to check graveyard ledge. Yoshi going to check the key. Yeah, it's on Vidi. And it's not Samaria. So there's that. So if you're rooting for the Fandown Difters, Megawatt needs to skip out on Meyer and go somewhere else. Yoshi gonna go check
Ether
the tablet. Yeah.
I think it's Ether Tablet and Spike Cave.
Yeah.
It's on Ether Tablet, obviously doesn't check Spike Cave.
All right, there's the $5 for Megawatt, and he's out of there. Gonna pull out his flute. Where's he gonna go? He's going to Meyer.
Unfortunate, but it makes sense.
All right, the torch gives us Cane of Samaria. There we go. There's our go mode. 118.56. We're going to see both runners in Meyer at the same time. Unfortunately for Megawatt, Yoshi's already full cleared it.
A rough one. I mean, you had the hook shot up in... The book was in Swamp. I think it was the hook shot part. No,
the book was on the island.
Right. Okay. So you had to get your flippers in pod after you got your bow, presumably either in Swamp or in Basement of Hera.
Yeah.
Wow, that's quite the chain. And then so that's a terrible location because you're I can't see a world where you're coming up there with the ability to check it the first time you're up there.
Yeah.
Unless the only exception if you sequence break pod before going up to Death Mountain, but who does that? There's just so many items on Death Mountain, and you don't have a bow for pod. It just doesn't make sense.
Yoshi, silvers and gold sword on hand.
This will be a very fast fight.
Yeah, the rest of the race is going to be pretty fast. You're going to kill Viddy really quickly with those silver arrows, and then head up to Turtle Rock to find, or it's not Turtle Rock, GT, excuse me, to find that big key and go kill Agatu and Ganon. And the only thing that he's really missing would be boots to make it any smoother.
The old 1 in 22 chance of it being on the key being on the torch, but
yeah,
I don't think we're gonna see that. I feel like it just doesn't happen that often.
If it's there, then the boots are probably just in GT. I mean, we've cleared so much of this game. There's not a ton left.
Trouble
GT
laying the Mario block. Okay, there we got it.
Yeah, where's that lamp?
Eastern?
Yeah.
I mean, I can't think of what else left that
it could be in Turtle Rock.
It could be in Turtle Rock.
So if everything stays the same, Team Awesome looking to go up 2-0 in this best of 5. Game 3 is on the schedule for May 14th, which is tomorrow at 4:10 p.m. Eastern. Jet 082 versus Ramond doing an open all dungeons key sanity randomized swords. I think so far in the playoffs, there's only been one reverse sweep. Oh, there's some boots.
There's some boots. Well, that's a nice find.
Well, there you go. True go mode. Now you gotta go fast. What a seed. What a seed.
Megawatt finishing up his dip of mire. Unfortunately, I don't see Ether Tablet for him is even less appealing than it was for Yoshi because he hasn't already did the Spike Cave.
Yep, I agree with you. Unfortunately, there's no bot today. Have a little bot issues, so you can get your guesses.
Put your numbers in.
Yoshi. Not only is there one block, there's two. Stupid dead rocks. So there's 22 different locations where the big key can be in Ganon's Tower. Tracy, where do you think?
Stick with my standard 5.
I'm gonna say number 11. I don't think I've guessed right this entire league, so.
They go out picking up that purple chest.
Yeah, this route makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
Purple chest, you got K45, you got Bobo's tablet, so.
And unfortunately, there really isn't even anything good you can find at this point.
Yeah.
We've now finally found the boots.
All right, let's see what kind of routing Yoshi wants to do here in Ganon's Tower. So he wants to go with maybe a more traditional route of starting with Hope. And that looks like what he's going to do. Three bombs, 10 arrows. Can't even go right if he wanted to. So
More bombs. And just a big 20 on bombos.
yeah, I mean, there's not really much else out there that's left even.
I mean, the lamp's still out there. The cape and the blue cane. None of which are
Yeah.
really interesting at this point.
So Megawatt is about to hit gun mode. He is making the right call here. 4 more checks, still nothing.
Piece of heart.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was number 8, I believe.
It was 8.
There's go mode for Megawatt at 126.30.
It's a small key.
And it's just gonna be compass room, right?
Well, because he went left, yeah.
Yeah.
And 11, 12. There it is, 13.
Just as I predicted.
Yeah, that's right. We said random room, didn't we?
Yeah, we both said 13. So we are the real winners here today. If you said number 13, congratulations. You get to have a good day, I guess.
You get bragging rights.
Yeah. Go tell all your friends. All right, so this is going to be a rather quick gauntlet, I imagine, from Yoshi, who's a very experienced, very good runner. With, what's that, 15 hearts, blue mail, gold sword, silvers, boots.
Safeties except red mail, and blue mail versus red mail is not a huge difference. So
Yeah. Let's just admire how well Yoshi clears out this gauntlet. Enters at 128.0. This is actually one of my favorite parts of Randomizer, is clearing out these rooms with, like, when you're just super OP.
sure. One more room.
Nice being a little bit of a bugger there.
Setting up for silver arrows here. This is one of my favorite kills in the game.
Oh, yeah.
The silver arrow land mollusk kill.
This is one of my favorite rooms in the game.
Oh, the wizard rooms with the cane are great.
It just feels good. It's not. It looks cooler than than it actually is. It's pretty simple.
Especially
Like
the first one.
Yeah, everyone can do it, but it's just so satisfying. Especially because the whiz robes were so tough in the first Zelda.
Yeah, I feel. Yeah, there's no wizard robes as tough as that first Zelda game. These, yeah. I mean, you can one shot it with a fighter sword. Like, why?
Yeah.
I don't get that. Oh, nice bonk.
No need to open chests or kill many homas. You've got 3 keys, more than enough. There's nothing else you could open that would actually help with this rest of the...
I mean, I guess half magic would be nice, but yeah.
I mean, they know where that is, though.
Oh, that's right. They skipped it in the beginning.
Yeah.
Right, the race game.
No Moldorm Trolls this time for Yoshi. So, a really, really linear seed up until that Samaria. And that Samaria was in a pretty nasty spot. Just the logic behind it. We'll pull off a double there. Another double. That was nice. Hard to get better than that with the 222 from Yoshi.
In 3. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You may not even have the opportunity to do it in 2, depending on what the blue balls are. And we're going to have a very quick and easy Ganon fight here, because gold sword, silver arrows, this won't take long.
So just 6 slashes with that gold sword in the first phase, and we're done already. 6 more slashes in the second phase. Nice dash strats from Yoshi. 4 slashes in the next phase. Yoshi not even taking any chances.
No, I think that's good call. I think he's got a green one too in case magic becomes an issue, but it shouldn't.
Yeah, I often don't even want to get the torch glitch when I have silvers, so I can position Ganon a little bit better.
I like getting that free shot first, and then then if I get the torch glitch, great. But usually I don't. That early shot I think is better. Just like he's doing right now. And Yoshi says, "I'm just gonna do both."
Yeah, this should be a triple here. Oh, he just misses it. But there's the 4th arrow. Get your GGs in chat for Yoshi and Team Awesome as they take game number 2 of this best of 5 series and are 1 win away from the finals of the entire league season 2.
In the end, big thing I think was Yoshi went ahead and skipping that escape early on. Megawatt haven't done that, and Yoshi never got there. Just put him a little bit ahead, and he just got to that ether tablet just a little bit earlier for the king.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just a couple of those checks that Yoshi didn't make that ended up just being different. It was super, super linear up until that. Like, escape, purple chest, K45, Bombos tablet. I think that's about it. Spike cave.
She was pretty thorough, but just those little things.
Yeah, none of those skips were unreasonable.
No.
I think the only one that was maybe a little questionable would have been the not doing the front of escape when he was at the pyramid, but I can also get behind that as well.
Making his Ganon tower. Gonna go ahead and finish this out.
Yeah, this will be quick for Megawatt as well.
All the same goodies.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna do some fire rod strats here.
Yeah, I prefer using the fire rod for these, especially for the stealths. Stealth-fi? Stealth.
Whatever. You can just say Stalfos room. Well, I guess they're not all Stalfos rooms. We have the Zazax or the horse head guys.
Yeah. Is that what they're called?
I think so. I know it's a Z. I think it's Zazax or something really similar to that.
I prefer horse face. Were they in the first Zelda game?
No. Stalfos were.
Yeah, Stalfos for sure. We do have more randomizer coming up today. Framey versus Gamachu will be at 9:10 p.m. tonight on SpeedGaming, so you don't want to miss that. That series is even at 1-1.
Go out knowing there's that extra little bit of magic there. He has to use the fire rod, so he needs that extra shot. He's going to get one more magic pot here. It's really interesting. I find that one location. So the game usually gives you a way to get what you need in most places,
except for that room.
There. Except there. Gives it to you after that room.
Pick up a quick 20 on your way out the door.
No, Link likes to steal all the money, so you might as well grab the rest.
Yeah.
On the map.
Just in case you want to come back, here's a map to get back.
Yep. Oh, you also won't get lost, so that's always good.
Yeah. All right, let's see how well Megawatt can do some math. It's always tough.
I think that was only a single, too.
Yeah. Did get the double on the second, though.
Oh,
recovers well. Nice. So you get to the top of Ganon's tower, and it must not have a ceiling, because they both just leave. Interesting. Megawott down to 3.5 hearts, but shouldn't have any issues here again with that gold sword.
I don't know if he ever went and got the I know Yoshi at one point did buy a bottle. Yeah, he's just got green. So this could be problematic. And there you go. Ironically, he'll come in with more health at this point, so he should be fine. And better to die relatively early rather than the last phase. got the really low numbers fluted, like 14, mirror at 30, and then the Pegasus boots, hour 20. Holy shot, that's pretty cool. Very nice finish to that. And Megawatt finishing up. Of course, I don't have the SRL up at the moment, so I won't be able to get his time. But we'll get that to you as soon as we can. And the sped up credits. And joining us is Megawatt.
Hey.
Oh, GG's.
Thanks.
That was a rough one. Well, the end of it was rough anyway. The search for the cane.
I felt it was going okay up until that point, and then it just, yeah, it was gross.
Yeah, the old go mode -1.
Especially the cane too. It like forces all these awful decisions on you. Like, do I want to dip Ice Palace caneless, which now with Icebreaker is a pretty awful thing.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Dip Meyer looking for, which I don't think is a bad play normally, but I don't know. I felt like I needed to make the Ice Palace play first in this matchup if I wanted any chance.
Yeah,
And,
that
like,
that location.
That'd give me the chance to route in Pyramid Fairy and then Graveyard Ledge somewhat efficiently as well.
Yeah, that cane location was pretty bad because hard pressed to see a way you're going to go to the mountain with the book, given that you'd have to sequence break pod to get the flippers to get the book, and who does that before a huge Death Mountain with all those items? So that made it pretty rough. So yeah. Yoshi similarly found it late. I think the biggest difference was you did a few extra checks before it, but also early on he never got to the front of escape. That's a bit of a time sink that put him ahead, and you basically followed in his footsteps.
Oh, that's like my favorite thing to hear. My opponent skipped the front of escape. Pog.
Yeah, it's not a fun one.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah.
how you feeling about things overall? I know you guys are down 2-0, but it's not.
Yeah, we got what, Jet versus Ramon tomorrow at 4
Yep.
o'clock.
Yep.
So that should be interesting. Hopefully Jet's able to keep us alive. But even if we go out tomorrow, I'm still pretty satisfied with how far we made it. Like, top 4 is nothing to sneeze at.
Oh, not at all.
We took down some pretty tough teams to get here. So I'm overall satisfied even if we get 3-0'd this week.
Yeah, I mean, they are the returning champions for a reason. Well, any last thoughts about the seed or the season in general?
Okay, so season 3, can we replace open mode with literally anything else?
What's wrong with open mode?
Open mode is open
We're
mode.
talking to the right person.
Look, can we just have like a quick mod meeting in this SpeedGaming commentary?
Sure.
I'm staying out of this. I don't.
Open mode needs to go. Let's replace it with AD keys next season. How about that?
Make me commentate 3 go mode pennant dungeons after you guys already finish Ganon's Tower. Please, no.
That's the best part. Oh man. But yeah, this was a fun one. Season 2 was a lot of fun. And yeah, that's pretty much all my thoughts on it.
Yeah, you played well, and nothing to be ashamed of with this. I know it's tough to lose, but you played well. Just Yoshi just checked fewer places than you did, so it's so again mentioned tomorrow we've got game 3 of these teams, Jet versus Ramond, 410, probably here on one of the Speed Gaming channels. Tonight we've got Team Kappa going up against kind of random retired Farami and Gamachu on Speed Gaming, 9:10 p.m. Don't want to miss that one. Megawatt, any predictions for that game?
Farami versus Gamma. That's gonna be definitely a spicy one. I definitely want to give the edge to Farami. Farami's a long-time runner, definitely very, very good. But Gamma is also a very, very skilled runner who's come up recently and has gotten very good very quickly. So it's kind of a toss-up. Like, again, I'd give the edge to Farami, but there's definitely a chance Gamachu comes out of nowhere and takes it.
I have no bias, and I'm going to say Gamachu wins it. Yeah, so I think that's going to do it for us here. Big shout outs to our tracker. We'll make sure I get the number *1468. Thanks for tracking for us. Make sure you follow our runners. The bots aren't working, but we've got our tracker there with the links to our runners channels there. We're not done with the league. We're wrapping up this week, and then next week is the finals. So you don't want to miss out. 64 teams, down to 4 next week, down to 2, and then 1. So make sure you keep it locked here on the Speed Gaming channels. Tracy, is great to do comments with you.
Yeah, absolutely, Fear.
I hope to do some more as we finish out the season. I'll leave you with the last word.
Thanks, Fear Agent. Thanks for sorry I had a little bit of audio issues to start out, but managed to get in here. So really glad that managed to work itself out. Thank you to Fear Agent. Thank you to Star for doing the tracking behind the scenes, and to Speed Gaming, and to our runners. Megawatt, congratulations. Even if it's just a top 4 finish, it's still really, really good. So big congratulations for you to that. And we'll see you all at 9 o'clock.
Bye, everyone.